morning to one and all. I'm Venkatesham. I'm going to discuss about colligative properties. So colligative properties are the properties of a dilute solution which are directly or indirectly depends upon the number of solute particles present in the solution. Right? There are four colligative properties are there, and first one is the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Second one is the elevation in boiling point, and the third one is there is a depression in freezing point, and the fourth one is osmotic pressure. In this video I am going to discuss about fourth colligative property, that is osmotic pressure. Right? So before I will start this osmotic pressure, first we need to know that some terminology here, like in that first one is SPM. SPM is a semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane is the membrane which allows the its walls, which does not allow solute particles through its walls. Such a membrane is called it's a semi-permeable membrane. In the short form we can call it as it's a SPM. Right? So SPM is simply a membrane which allows only a solvent molecules through its walls, which does not allow the solute molecules through its pores or the walls. Right? So the best examples for the this particular semi-permeable membrane is parchment paper, and cell membranes, and animal membranes like a pig's bladder, and if even I can take there is a cellophane paper, and inorganic prostate, or you can take that there is an K3FeCN6, so which is also one of the inorganic prostate or the complex compound Cu2FeCN6. Right? So one example is that there is a Ca2, or you can take a calcium phosphate, Ca3PO4, where it is taken twice, or I can take Cu2 where it is a FeCN6. So this is also another example for the it's a semi-permeable membrane. Right? After this semi-permeable membrane we have there is an osmosis. Osmosis is so here the spontaneous flow of solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from pure solvent to the it's the solution side, pure solvent to solution side. That spontaneous flow is generally we can call it as it's a osmosis. Osmosis is simply a spontaneous flow of solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from pure solvent to the it's a solution side. That particular spontaneous flow is it's a osmosis. Suppose I am taking that this is a semi-permeable membrane SPM, and here solvent I was taken, and the solvent and solution are separated by semi-permeable membrane, and the solvent molecules are start flowing towards the solution side through a semi-permeable membrane. That spontaneous flow is called as it's a osmosis. Right? Or this is a one, or if you take that any other dilute solution and a concentrated solution are separated by a it's a semi-permeable membrane SPM. Here I am taking that there is a dilute solution, and here it is in a concentrated solution. Both are separated through a semi-permeable membrane. Here dilute solution is one in which there is a solvent molecule. Solvent is more, whereas a concentrated solution is one in which there is a solute is more. Definitely this dilute solution solvent is more, that solvent molecules are start flowing towards the this concentrated solution side. That spontaneous flow is it's a osmosis. Right? And another one is here I can use another one, there is a diffusion is another word it will be there. So this diffusion is nothing but this is also a spontaneous flow of solvent molecules or the solute molecules from one solution to the another solution, and there is no semi-permeable membrane is required in the case of it's diffusion. Diffusion is also just like a spontaneous flow of solvent molecules or the solute molecules to less concentrated solution to the high concentrated solution, or whenever there is a a solvent and solution are separated, right? That we can call it as it's a diffusion. Suppose I am taking that near where less concentrated or you can take it as a dilute solution is taken here. Here dilute solution and here concentrated solution is taken. So whenever the dilute solution and concentrated solution are mixed, spontaneously there is a spontaneous flow of solvent molecules and the solute molecules flowing takes place until that both the solutions will be equal in both number of solute molecules and the number of solvent molecules. This kind of spontaneous flow is taking place, but this spontaneous flow is called as it's a diffusion. In the case of diffusion, there is no semi-permeable membrane is required, but osmosis case definitely there is a semi-permeable membrane should be required. So this is a osmosis and this is a diffusion, but the difference between this osmosis and the diffusion is here semi-permeable membrane is required, here there is no semi-permeable membrane is required in this case, right? Here our aspect actually osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is nothing but the external pressure which is applied onto the solution side in order to stop the solvent molecules flow from pure solvent to the solution side. To stop the solvent molecules flow, the external pressure which is applied onto the solution side is it's a osmotic pressure. This osmotic pressure is simply a external pressure which is applied onto the solution side. Generally this osmotic pressure can be represented by a symbol pi, and osmotic pressure is represented by a symbol pi. Generally this osmotic pressure can be measured by using the osmometer, and this osmotic pressure is measured by using the osmometer, right? So here osmotic pressure we can tell that there is an osmotic pressure will be equals to the it's a pi equals to h rho g also we can write. So this is a formula. Osmotic pressure phi is equals to h rho g. H is simply a it's a increase in the level of the solution tube, and because of this flow of solvent molecules to the solution side, the height of solution in the will be increases. That h is nothing but increased height level of the in the solution side, where rho is simply a it's a density, whereas g is acceleration due to the gravity, right? So this is a formula that can be used to find out its osmotic pressure, and generally this osmotic pressure is equals to the hydrostatic pressure, and whenever it is equals to the hydrostatic pressure, that hydrostatic pressure can be calculated by using this pi equals to h rho z formula, and h is the height of that increased height of the solution, and rho is a density, g is simply a gravitation acceleration due to the gravity. Reverse osmosis is another one is it. Reverse osmosis. So reverse osmosis is something but generally osmosis is simply the spontaneous flow of solvent molecules to the solution side is it's simply a osmosis. Reverse osmosis is nothing but if the external pressure is applied more than the whatever the external pressure, this external pressure applied more than the osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is a pi. If pressure is applied more than this osmotic pressure, and this solvent molecules start flowing towards the from solution to the it's a pure solvent side, and that particular process is it's a reverse osmosis. In the reverse osmosis, the external pressure is applied more than the osmotic pressure, and the solvent molecules start flowing towards the pure solvent side from solution to the pure solvent side through a semi-permeable membrane, right? So this particular process is it's a reverse osmosis, right? In the reverse osmosis, the external pressure is applied more than the osmotic pressure, the solvent molecules present in the solution side start flowing towards the pure solvent side through a semi-permeable membrane, and this process is it's a reverse osmosis. Generally, this reverse osmosis process is used in the desalination of water, or in the even purification of water. This reverse osmosis process is used, right?